So you see, this is the difference. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, so that's for that. Let's remove this text. So another thing I'll show you is let's say if you notice this button, it has a border, like it's kind of curved a bit, but this one is just flat. So we can add border. Like let's say I use border. You can use 1 pixel. That's this line side to not be thick, just be 1 pixel solid black. So you see there's like this black solid line here, but if you see this one, nothing is there. So instead of using 1 pixel solid black, I can use transparent. So you see the color is still there. So is this one I'll change. I'll remove this black. Solid transparent, yes. So you see that color is not there again. So I can also add the border radius. Border radius. Let's say 2 pixel. Okay, see this thing is type of kind of pencil. Let's use 5. Alright, perfect. So you see this button is almost the same now. Alright, so that's for the subscribe. Okay, one more thing I'll explain. Like transition. If I click on this button now, like if I'm clicking on it, nothing is happening. But I'll add something now. Like it's called hover effect. I can add like what I say. Let's say I use okay, this same subscriber. I just copy this. Copy the whole of this. Let's say I use hover. Say I use a full column, then I write hover. Let me change this color to blue. I don't need this. So if I click on this, you see the color changes to blue. That's the function of the hover. Changes to blue, but it changes quickly and then it's not fine. So that's where the transition comes in. I can use transition now to make it change slowly. Let's say I use 0.5 seconds. See, the way it changed is different from the way it changes now. You see, so that's the function of the transition. And then I can say, like, let's say it's the opacity I want it to like reduce. I can also opacity here. If I click on this, you see when I'm clicking on it, there's something that is if you don't look carefully, you will not notice the opacity changes. And that's for that. So okay, so if I add opacity here, let's say I add opacity. So opacity is like how it's, if it's very sharp, it's come out very, like I can make it to be dull, I can make it to be very sharp. So I can use, let me use 0.8 for the opacity. So when I click on it, it's not very sharp like that, the opacity changes. Alright. So that's for the subscribe. And then there is there is hover, and there's something we call active. Instead of hover, I use active here. So this active now, let's say I change this color to yellow. I'm using different colors so that I will understand better. So if I'm using a system, for instance, if I'm using a laptop or a computer, if I click on this, like I'm just moving on it, the color is supposed to change to yellow. Then when I click on it, you see, okay, you see the way it quickly changed to yellow. So if I click on it now, it's supposed to be yellow. Then when I, like if I'm just moving on top, it's supposed to be yellow. And then when I click on it to be blue. But see, so it's showing three different colors now. So that's the function of the active and the hover and the rest. Okay, so now we edit the join button. Use dot join. We'll do the same thing. Let's come here and copy all this. To help you save time, just change the color. Let's see, which color do we have here? I have something like white, but it's not white. I guess it's white smoke. The color inside is blue, sky blue. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Let's run this and see. Okay, so you see the color. The color is different. I guess that color is navy blue. Navy, yes. Alright, perfect. So we'll change this from transparent to navy also. Alright, so you see. So that's for the join button. So we did the subscribe and the join button. So you can also do the tweets. So that's the assignment. You do the tweets by yourself. Okay. So the same thing, this hover effect and active effect we did for the subscribe button, you can also do it for the join also. Or we should just do it. Let me do it so that you understand better. I can just come here and copy this. And then I'll paste it here. I'll just change the name to join instead. When I click on this, see, color changes to blue. and I click on this, I have three different colors. So that's for that. That's how you add button to your HTML. Thanks for watching.